task statement of this lesson. Now I know you guys may see this student task statement number 4, but this is a classroom project. I advise you guys or encourage you guys to try to do it at home and see like how you guys like it. But of course, we're at home and we can't do like this activity and so on. But needless to say, let's look at the third student task statement. What I'm going to do, and what I always like to do, is I like to partition my paper into 3 sections, which I'm going to do that by drawing 2 lines. Okay. So then I want to write my expressions in each section. So this one will be 35 plus open parentheses 30 plus 5, and then the next one would be negative 1500 plus negative 8500 plus 12 and a half, and then the last one would be 1/2 plus a negative or negative 3/4. Okay, so let's get started with the first one. Negative 30 plus open parentheses 30 plus 5. Now, I know we didn't talk about this just yet, but I want to talk about PEMDAS. And PEMDAS is the art of operations, okay? So the P stands for parentheses, the E stands for exponents, M stands for multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction. All right, and it just basically tells us how to solve a equation or an expression or evaluate the expression. Basically, like which one should you solve first? Okay, so I see parentheses, so I want to solve the parentheses first, which is 30 plus 5, and I'll highlight that for you guys so you guys can know what step I'm on. I'm going to add that together. Okay, so negative 30 plus 30 plus 5, which would be 35. Okay. Now, you guys should be familiar with a problem like this because we discussed it in our warm-up. We discussed it in, the student task statement number 2. So anytime you add opposites, it equals 0. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Now, although I do see parentheses, those parentheses are just there so you guys don't get confused with the addition symbol and the negative symbol, because the negative symbol looks like a subtraction symbol, and we want you guys to know that that's in fact a negative number and not a subtraction symbol. Okay, so I can solve this moving from left to right. I can say, okay, which I'm going to highlight which ones I'm solving first. I can say, okay, negative 1500 plus negative 8500. Now, if I was to add that together, and I'm going to put that in vertical form so you guys can see it better. All right, anytime the signs are the same, you want to just add it like regular. So let's ignore the negative symbols for now. So it's going to be 5 plus 5, which is 10, carry the 1. 2 plus 8 is 10, carry the 1. And it will be 1 whole, or 1 unit, or just 1. Sorry about that. And since both numbers were negative, you want to say that, okay, it's negative 1 plus 12 and a half. Okay. Now, anytime the signs are different, you want to subtract them. Okay, like this was almost as if like, and I'm going to write this down so you guys can know what I'm talking about. This is the same as saying 12.5 minus 1. So 12.5 minus 1 would in fact equal 11.5. So therefore, this is 11.5. Okay. So then for the last expression, I see 1/2 plus negative 3/4. All right. Now I'm going to put that negative in a symbol where it's in the expression, because I don't want you guys to get confused and say, wait, why is the 3 negative? No, the whole fraction is negative. Okay. So needless to say, our rules with adding fractions is the denominators need to be the same. And I'm going to highlight the denominators for you guys so you guys can know what I'm talking about. All right. So we need to find the common denominator, okay? So, or the least common denominator. So, I can multiply 1/2 times 2 to get the denominator to 4, which this would be 2/4. Now, 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, because if I simplify it, it would equal 1/2, but yes, okay. So this is 2/4 plus -3/4. So as you guys know, at this point, we know that the denominator is going to be 4. So we really want to focus on subtracting or adding those numerators. So just like the previous expression, anytime the numbers are different or the numbers have different signs, you want to subtract them like you would subtracting two positive numbers. So 3 minus 2 is 1, but being that 3 is the furthest away from 0, my answer would be negative. Okay? So, if you guys had any issues with this lesson, I'm going to strongly suggest that you guys refer to your manager's Google Meet session, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's lesson. All right, guys. Bye.